What is up, guys? Happy Sunday. It's been a really short weekend, and I'm just not ready to get back to um, everyday life. But here we are. I hope everyone has had an amazing week. Tomorrow, a new video goes up. It's a little bit of a short one, but nonetheless, I'm just excited to conversate with you guys and get some content out. How's everyone been doing? Type it in the chat. Today was really busy. Like, I just was full on cranking out some work that I'm doing for my online course and a lot of other exciting things. And it's a lot. Like, sometimes it's just so easy to like let your everyday tasks, the errands that you have to do, like whatever you need to do throughout your day, it's easy to let that get to you, and like it's just opening doors for an anxiety attack. So I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about just defeating anxiety, because this is something that I have struggled with for like the past several years, since receiving my anxiety disorder diagnosis. And I just really felt like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to come back from this. So now that I feel like I'm on the other side of just like overcoming it and like having a better understanding of myself, I'm like, why not talk about it? Like I've been struggling with anxiousness for the past 3 years, and a lot of it had to do with just like circumstances that I had no control over, just really irrational thoughts that like really were not doing any benefit into my life. And so part of my online course is taking you step by step through defeating anxiety, through literally making those changes in your life, because they're good. And yeah, that's the course, and that's this live too, because it's crazy how the percentage of anxiety is higher in females than it is in males in the US alone. So if that means that I can literally just hop on here and just like 3 simple things of like how to feel less anxious and how to defeat that and overcome that feeling, then I know that's a big impact. One of the first things that really changed things and turned them around was realizing that anxiety is as normal as happiness and sadness. For the longest time, I tried to run away from the feeling of anxiety and feeling like this is not it. I don't like this. This shouldn't exist. And I often like to compare it to a bear attack. Like if you have ever stumbled upon a grizzly bear, which maybe you have, I don't know, but part of you is like, okay, what do I do? Am I gonna run? The anxiety causes you to respond. It's the same thing if you have a tight deadline at school or work and you're just like, okay, I need to complete this deadline. If you need to run time-sensitive errands and you're just like, I need to get this done. That is anxiety. It's such a normal emotion. So I was at a time where I was trying to rid myself of a really normal emotion, and it's like, it's so normal. That's like getting rid of the feeling of sadness. It comes in waves. You're not always going to be sad, but it is what it is. It's so normal. So the moment that I realized that like it's as normal as any other emotion, I really got out of the place where I was trying to run away from it, and I really just ran toward it and was like trying to face what particularly made me anxious. And that leads into my next step of just finding your what if, because we all have something that we constantly think about. It could be, how am I going to pay off my student loans? How am I going to pay off my debt? Will I ever pass this test? Like, it's so different to anyone. Everyone has different situations, but we all have something that we constantly think about. And it's either like, what if this happens, or what if this doesn't happen? A few examples. A couple months ago, I failed my driver's test, and it was the worst pain ever, and I just hated it because I wanted it in my timing. So it made me think of thoughts like, what if I never pass my driver's test? And those are rational thoughts. And like, I can even say like, statistically, you're gonna pass. Like if you do something so many times, like you're obviously set to pass at one time. And I just had so many negative thoughts. So personally, that was one of my what ifs of just thinking, will I ever pass? And it was a really irrational thought. Once I identified what my what if was and what I was constantly obsessing over and worrying over and feeling anxious over, I was able to literally defeat it with truth. Again, like I just said, if you do something so many times, statistically, you will succeed at that. You will pass. I could use the same thing for, whatever it is. Like if I want to take a test, if I want to achieve this goal, like you're eventually going to get it. Just knowing what triggered me, knowing what made me feel anxious and defeating that with simple truths, simple facts was so important to me. And it really did defeat all of the irrational thoughts that I have and help me be more intentional with my time. Number 3 is just realizing that your experiences are real. I like to call this in your era, because for me, when I'm going through something really tedious, really hard, or I think it's just a lot, I often refer to myself as being dramatic. I'm like, Bianca, you are just being dramatic, which like is understandable. Like sometimes you can be being dramatic. Like I've been over dramatic. But you also have to realize that just because you think that does not invalidate your feelings. Your experiences are real. What you're feeling is real. Those are your emotions and you own them. Like no one is responsible for how you feel, and that's a good thing. Like you don't need to shame yourself for literally experiencing basic God-given emotions. Like it is what it is. And yes, it's a fact that other people are going through worse things. Like I've gone through the littlest things that I've cried over, and I'm thinking there are people going through worse things. That is a fact. But it doesn't matter. Like your experience is still your experience, and no one can take that away from you. Just owning that what a situation makes you feel, it belongs to you. Those emotions are yours. That experience is real, valid, and belongs to you. And it's your era because no one can take it away. So those are just like 3 steps that I'm including just in my online course. And I also have an ebook coming out pretty soon, which I'm really excited. I just launched my new website, biancasofia.com. That is BIANCASOFIA.com. And I have a lot of exciting projects coming. So I'm really glad that we just got to chat, and I am sending prayers over your new week. I'm just hoping that everything is blessed and happy and good. And I'm glad we got to chat because I always love talking to you guys. So that's this live, and that's this Sunday. And I think I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the night and have a quiet little Sunday night. So yeah, I'm glad we got to talk, and I will see you guys in the next vlog coming out tomorrow. So make sure you have your post notifications on. Okay, bye guys.